Hello, welcome back. It's the Normal Player Guy. And right, yes, as we've all seen, it's the double legendary summon carnival. Now, what makes this a little better than last year is that that was a yellow coin. This is the teal coin, right? So this is better. Not only that, but you also get free tickets, and we talked about them in the content videos. So now's the time to use them if you wish. But also, to make it extra great, this is actually a carnival banner, right? So actually, the boosted rates could really help out, and they are, of course, also discounted 30. I think it's 35, then 45, then you get a free one. So only the first rotation is discounted, but again, every fourth summon is free, so that's pretty great. So there are two LRs. We'll go through them one by one. We have the Int LR Kid Gohan, sorry, and we have the AGL LR base Goku. Looks pretty great. So they are indeed Carnival summonable LR units. It's going to be pretty great. They seem pretty great, and the LR art is pretty nice. But yeah, so you all have tickets. I talked about them as we get through for the content, and we get them all the way through. And you get about 6 to 7 summons, and you can use them for free on any banner, right? And you can use them on this banner. If you already have the new units, then you might actually appreciate them using on this. Or you could use them, the rainbow tickets called Tons of Thanks, to actually summon on the other new unit banner, should you still be chasing. But yeah, could you use your stones on this? Possibly. You see, it's you're getting a lot of stones, so you probably could be able to afford to put some aside. But again, if you have both new units already, or you're pretty happy with your summons, or maybe you're being shafted to the point that you just got enough, maybe go on this. Remember, this is teal coins, right? The new one, but there's still some pretty legit stuff in here. In fact, we check it out. The banners are pretty hype because you got like Gohan's banner comes in with like a metal cooler, and then of course the last year's worldwide download celebration Goku comes under the Goku. So we're going to be looking at Gohan first, right? It's going to be pretty great. So let's see what he does with this. So he's beyond the shining clouds, Gohan in his kid form. This is actually pretty cool in terms of what he does in terms of his SA. It's a free farmable SA up to level 10. Tons and tons of free-to-play units. This is what the Prime Battle LR. This is from a particular story that I think it awakens with like a Gohan in there. That's from a story event. This is from a story event, right? So there's tons and tons. I personally would probably just go for this, which is the Prime Battle LR, and just go straight to it, right? So SA10 straight off the bat. All right, so what do we have here now? Let's have a look. Right, so we have, I believe it's Bond of Master and Disciple, 200%. We are like a flat out 200%, which is incredible. So these units, they're not half baked. They're pretty great, which I find that pretty cool. So I'd imagine the AGL Goku is going to be more or less along the same sort of lines. So that's going to be great. So we have an entrance animation. And that's great. There's nothing about it, so you'll always get to see just something nice, right? So that's nice. So let's have a look. It looks like we get 4 key, 58% to attack and defense, and launch an additional attack that has a 70% chance to become a super attack for the first 6 turns. That's great. Extra key, extra stats. You walk away, though, with 4 key and 158% at the start of turn. So, dude, you're actually getting an extra 50. So you're getting like 8 key, and you're getting like 216% at the start of turn for 6 turns. That 8 key is huge. I presume it's to help with the help with your 18 keys. Right, so when the enemy is hit by the character's 18 key or the unit super attack, you reduce damage from that enemy by 30% for the duration of that turn. So if you get to go first, you will work out better on that, right? So that's going to look pretty good there. So I'd imagine then like floaters could be a good particular one on this, right? Because being able to attack first depends what the super attack does, but being able to reduce damage from that person by 30% is pretty great. So what we got as well? So you get an additional 1 key up to 5, defense of 8 up to 58. Okay, so that's basically what, 8 turns with each attack received. Okay, so that's not bad. So you are building up key and you are building up defense, but you got to take like 8 attacks, so that's fine. Plus an additional attack, 58% just attack, starting from the turn in which the character receives the 5th attack in battle. So when you receive your 5th, you'll have most of this fully built up. And then yes, so fully this. So then you'll get an additional attack, and that is that just guaranteed? Oh no, so you lose it. Additional 58% attacks. Is this like stacking or something? I don't think it is. I think it's like every fifth you get a big buff. You launch a guaranteed super attack, additional, starting from the turn in which you've received your 8th attack. So by the time you've pretty much fully built this up, you'll be able to get an additional super attack, and you probably would have triggered this a bunch of times. Looking pretty great, right? I mean, you get tons of key. I mean, you're gonna start off with 8 key, and then you still are building up. So you're not gonna struggle to at least get. I mean, there's no key mechanic like you get extra per ore, but you can still get your 12 key pretty nice. So let's see what we do for super attacks. So you do stack attack, and okay, so that's fine. So you stack attack. So I mean, altogether, I mean, what are we talking like for stats then? So at 55%, we're coming in at a pretty respectable 15,700, with 15,000 defense, meaning that the 200% teams he's on, that's actually pretty decent. Yeah, okay, so that's fine. So yeah, respectively, that's kind of respectable. So 18 key. So you stack attack and defense. You're not just, right, so this is a 30% buff. On the 18 key, you actually stack attack and defense, which could be pretty great. Respectable defense, actually. You're able to actually build up. You're actually able to build up defense with each attack received. If you get additionals, well, I don't know about additionals because your additionals would be stacking and then just raising the attack. But let's see. So the unit super attacks, let's have a look. So it says, let's have a look. So okay, so there are unit super attacks depending on who's in this. So that'd be pretty great. So there was something here that said, let's have a look. So when enemy is hit by the character's 18 key or unit super attack, you reduce damage. He is stacking and then reducing damage. So conditional 18 key. So you conditional only 18, not 12. So its key is 18 or more with an ally whose name includes Goku, Krillin, Yamcha, or Tien. So you greatly stack attack, okay, and then you also stack defense. Wow, that's pretty great. So you still get your 20% raise, but you're also getting a 50% to attack. Dude, this unit's going to be hitting pretty powerful, and you're still stacking, but you're going to greatly stack attack. Okay, and then the other conditional 18 keys with Piccolo. Yeah, so 18 or more with someone including Piccolo. So it's still greatly stacked and you still get your 20% defense. So basically, outside of the conditional super attacks are just animations. They both appear to be the same. Greatly stacking attack, stacking defense. That would mean then that additionals, since you don't build up with every attack performed, you could go crits and you could go dodge, because additionals would mean nothing to you unless you just like to flat out steamroll the enemy. But like each attack received gives you a little bit, so yeah, go for dodge. I mean, I so far I've put close to 1,000 stones on these banners, and I've been able to walk away with 2 of this Gohan, and I've been able to walk away with none off the AGL Goku. So I might just call it a loss. But with this 2 Gohan in particular, so obviously you open up the bottom right tree. I'm probably going to go for dodge and crit because, as I say, unless you just want to, like, I don't see any reason as to why you'll go additional. And that's basically it. So there is an active skill as well. What are we talking? So the active skill, when 58% HP or less, another bond of master and disciple in the same turn from the 5th turn. Okay, so what do we do though? Massively raises attack, so that's pretty good. Ultimate damage, and within the turn are super effective against all types. Applies the super excellent effect. You gotta love that. So 200%, pretty decent attack, pretty solid defense, builds up defense, can have damage reduction against one unit. So I'd imagine, hell, maybe something like that Birth of the Shadow Dragons. Like, imagine running him if you can squeeze him into a team, and he's able to get, like, they're all just one unit, being able to stack a little bit, right? And then also being able to actually reduce the damage for that turn. I mean, if you get to go first, that'd be pretty great. So there is a HP restriction and a turn restriction, but most things get difficult probably after the fifth turn. So you could probably save that. But 58% HP or less with another Bond of Master and Disciple ally in the same turn. I feel like the most difficult thing is probably this, right? This should be fairly easy to get, depending on the teams. I mean, there's a lot of overlap. With Bond of Master and Disciple is so good, you can put out somebody in there. I mean, it's in the same turn, which might just be perhaps the worst if it's not HP threshold. But again, depending on how you build the team, that's probably all right. Being super effective against all types with like a crit build as well could be very, very nice. That's the only reason why your additionals would probably work out more. But again, no, I mean, you are stacking attack throughout your 18 key as well. So having this, I mean, this unit hits hard. There's no doubt. This is like a rage kind of deal, right? Well, kind of. So that's pretty good. Anyway, so what are we looking at like for like links and in terms of best teams? So let's have a look. Got the Innocent, Same Warrior Race, All in the Family, Z Fighters, Legendary, Fierce, and Gaze of Respect. Okay, so the problem with like Gaze of Respect is, I mean, it's getting a few extra people in here, but it's still not a particular one you want to run. That being said, Bond of Master and Disciple, Bond of Master and Disciple, and this guy, yeah, this guy, he's pretty solid. I mean, actually, there's some pretty decent units on this, which could be pretty great, right? So Bond of Master and Disciple, it gives you 2 key 10% attack and defense. You start building it from level 2 onwards, but you're guaranteed the 2 key. So, I mean, legitimately, you could actually make a play at that. So, again, that would be pretty great. So, Gaze of Respect, probably not the worst thing in there. Z Fighters could be. So Z Fighters, yeah, okay, the new Carnival Goku coming in, right? Okay, so Yamcha, Earthbred Fighters, that's not so bad. But yeah, okay, so yeah, these two Earthbred Fighter supports had Hybrid Saiyans, Goku family, so you can legitimately get some pretty decent one in here. There's nothing special that sticks out outside of like the two new LRs. And let's see, Namek Goku's pretty solid, right? I mean, this guy can be solid. Yeah, okay, fine. He's good. He's good. He's great. He's brilliant. None of these are really top tier units, but I mean, they're all pretty solid. So again, Z Fighters you could possibly build, but again, if you're rocking that, you're going to be building the team around them, right? So let's have a look. Let's see, Fierce Battle, Legendary Power. So this is attack, attack. That's more attack, more attack. But yeah, All in the Family. Okay, so All in the Family is going to be huge, right? So you got like the new World Tournament Goku. He's pretty ridiculous. Path to Power. This kid Goku. Let's see. Enraged Gohan. Yeah, pretty crazy. Namek Goku. Yeah, these are pretty ridiculous. LR still the counterpart. Future. I mean, there is a huge amount of people with All in the Family that you could really use. Ultimate Gohan's in here, right? Not too sure how they actually would fare side by side, but yes. So, in terms of links, you can definitely tell it's heavy hitting. All in the Family of a defense at 20%. So, like, defense could be a potential thing for this guy. As I outside of more than one person, you could get hurt because you are reducing damage against from one enemy. So you kind of got to duck and weave in events where you're against multiple people. That being said, only Extreme Super Battle Road has the really difficult one, right? There might be some like I think it's the Wicked Bloodline Red Zone stages that might have more than one person. So with that in mind, could be pretty dangerous. But we'll see. We'll see. So, of course, we're rocking Saiyan Saga, Hybrid Saiyans, Goku Family Youth, Earthbred, Bond of Master, Bond of Parents, and Giant 8 Powers. Obviously, the best units, the best teams on here at the moment is probably Bond of Parent and Bond of Master. Earthbred, you can see there's quite a few Earthbred fighters on here. So you're talking like the other LR, he's on it, Enraged, Gohan, right? I mean, all of these are probably on it. Let's see, Bond of Master and Disciple and Bond of Parent and Child, probably sort of the likes that you can get. Youth could be really good because you have got like the Innocents, right? Could be pretty good. Some of them do have Z Fighters, so again, could be pretty great. Let's see, Hybrid. Yeah, okay, so again, same warrior race. All in the Family, Z Fighters, Legendary Power. You could probably pick up quite a few. Giant 8 Power and Saiyan Saga could be a bit of a weird one, right? Because it all depends on whether or not you can fit them around. Like you check out the top 25, and Giant Ape Power, the first one that comes to mind is this particular guy, but he only rocking 3 links, so you can get All in the Family, the Innocence, Fierce Battle, Super Int, right? You can rock Super Int. Decent teams again. Yeah, Youth, Bond of Parent, Bond of Master, of course, Earthbred. I mean, yeah, you could legitimately make some solid teams out of this. Goku family, sure. Pretty wide roster. You definitely use a defensive unit as well. Well, I say defensive, somewhat defensive, but definitely being offensive, right? But Giant Ape Power could be the only partner on here. Which again, could you use this guy? Yeah, okay, so fine. He's pretty decent. Has I mean most. I mean you kind of got to use him on a youth realistically, but you could legitimately make it work. Okay, so with the new LR, which will be on another video, we are getting same warrior race, all in the family, Z Fighters, Fierce Battle, Legendary Power, Goku family, Bond of Parent, Earthbred. So not too bad. You actually are getting plenty of attack from this, but there's no key amongst any of this, so that could be an issue. But I mean, not for this guy. I don't know about Goku. We'll have to see when it comes to youth, this guy is pretty solid. Again, All in the Family, Gaze of Respect would be a two. I mean, that could be pretty great, right? 2 key, 10% to stats with 20%, dude. That could be pretty tasty. Let's see, what does Enraged Gohan have? All in the Family. Okay, that's looking pretty great. Namek Goku, he has All in the Family. Z Fighters, probably looking pretty great. These LRs, what can you get? All in the Family, Legendary Power, same warrior race, plenty of attack. Ooh, Kid Gohan. So you can see you're getting plenty of attack, there's no doubt. You can see there's only a few links, but tons and tons of teams. So that is a bit of a worry. But I mean, the people you can get him on, I mean, absolutely no problem. You can definitely buff a lot of people on this. So yeah, I think all rounds can be pretty great. As for that Giant Ape category, so Giant Ape category is basically Super Saiyan 4. I mean, just look at it. If it's not GT Hero, it's just Super Saiyan 4. I mean, look at this. How are you going to rock this? Right, okay. So you might legitimately be able to rock him with this. Yeah, of course. You got this Kid Goku right here. Yeah, okay. After his Easy 8 and his 18 key could be pretty solid, right? Because he too has damage reduction. You also raise defense. Legitimately could be great, but in terms of this, you're not going to get much. Okay, sure, you'll get legendary power. You'll get legendary power, but these guys, they ain't rocking this guy, he's not rocking All in the Family, I don't think. He's not rocking All in the Family. And you got Legendary Power, you got Fierce Battle, but that's literally it. They don't share a key link, so that's going to be something. Right, as that loads, we jump to the Saiyan Saga. So again, Saiyan Saga could be better. Yeah, that Yamcha was on here, right? There was this guy. Bond of Master and Disciple with Super Int legitimately could run this guy. You get Gaze of Respect, you will get LR power, right? So that is pretty good. In fact, another one, another Super Int. I don't know if you'll have Gaze of Respect, but again, you could legitimately pull. In fact, was he not on this top 25? He was not on the top 25, but you could still possibly use him. Let's see. Yeah, well, a lot of these will contain Z fighters, for example. So, this guy would have Z fighters all in the family and legendary power. So basically, his best friend is anyone with all in the family, and that is going to help out quite a lot of these people. Like I say, Enraged Gohan, we got these guys, the new other Carnival Goku, Namek Goku. There's some serious heavy hitters in this. So altogether, it's going to be a fun unit. I did walk away with I did walk away with 2, so that'll be fantastic for a video. I'm loving the 200%. So they haven't half baked these. But yeah, I'd say crit and dodge will be the way to go. But yes, so thank you very much for watching this video. Remember, if you pull these guys, they could be totally for free. Remember, if you want to sink your stones in, well, it is a boosted boosted banner. Sorry, so off the featured units, there are 7 that could awaken to an LR. So you could legitimately walk away with a few. I mean, I did. I walked away with a plethora of LRs. Wasn't able to record it. I'm not quite that famous, but nonetheless, you could you could, I walked away with quite a few, and people are going to do the same. You get like Golden Frieza, you get Samasu, you get up until as recent as the previous Worldwide Download celebration. So you're going to get the Super Saiyan Goku, you're going to get the Metal Coolers. So that's going to be absolutely insane. So yeah, you could go for this, as I say. So I mean, people will walk away with this for free. In fact, I think I did. I believe on the 7 tickets that you got, the 7 multi-summon with the tickets, I believe I pulled one copy, and it took quite a few hundreds of stones just to get the next guy. But yeah, the AGL Goku, he has eluded me for almost 1,000 stones, so I will call it a miss, and I can afford him twice over in the shop, so I'm more than happy. Anyway, thank you very much for watching this video. I liked it. You can let me know. But anyway, thank you very much. I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.